This is 4.6b. It is the last one in this chapter. Test soon. So exciting. So exciting. Yeah. You don't have to. Um you can put the test off as long as you want. They just won't be worth anything. We'll see. I'm not sure. We'll probably take it before the break, but I'll put it on next term so that you can. Yeah. All right. So for this problem, do I need to worry about the root equaling a negative? No, it's a third root. So can the cubed root of a variable equal positive 5? Yes. Could it equal negative 5? Yes. So how do we solve that? We just cube both sides, and we get y equals 125. What if it was negative 5? It would be negative 125. Because negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. Times negative 5 will be negative 125. So that one should be really easy. There are a couple of these that are going to hurt your head. Okay. Suppose that a wave forms in shallow water. The depth of the water in meters and the velocity v of the wave are related to the equation v equals the square root of 9.8d. If a wave formed in shallow water that has a velocity of 5.3, what is the water's depth? So we're going to plug this in here, and it's just the square root of 9.8 times 5.3. Okay. What if it told me that the velocity... Oh, nope, sorry, that's what it does tell me. So it tells me the velocity is 5.3. So I'm going to stick that here. 5.3 equals the square root of 9.8d. Square both sides, and then divide by 9.8. Easy enough? No? Do you need me to do another one? One more. Okay. All right, so t equals 2 times the square root of L. What if t equals 7.34? So 7.34 equals 2 times the square root of L. So we will divide by 2. First off, does this have an answer? Can 2 square root L equal 7.34? Yes. So we divide by 2. That goes away. And then we just square both sides. Okay, that should be one of the easy ones as well. Okay. So here we add 4. So the cubed root of 11x minus 2 equals 4. We cube both sides. 11x minus 2 equals 4 times 4 is 16 times 4, 64 plus 2. 11x equals 66. X equals 6. Okay. All right. Does this exist? Maybe. This might have an answer. What value of v would provide a non-answer? What if v was 8? Would we be okay? Yes, because on the right side, 8 plus 1 is 9. Can a square root equal positive 9? Yes. What if v was negative 3? Can I stick a negative 3 in here and get an equation that has an answer? No. What about negative 1? Can a square root equal 0? Yes, it can. The square root of 0 is 0. So I know that v has to be greater than or equal to -1. Okay? So here's where it gets tough. We square both sides. The left side is just 29 minus v. What is v plus 1 squared? And don't say v squared plus 1. We actually have to write it out. V squared plus v plus v plus 1. Oh, that's a 4. So I get equals v squared plus 2v plus 1. Now what should I do? Well, you see v squared, so I want to move everything to the same side and combine like terms. Subtract 29, add v, plus v minus 29. 0 equals v squared plus 3v minus 28. How does that factor? Plus 7 and -4. So v equals 4 and -7. Are those okay? So we look up at the original again. Can I plug a 4 in there? Yes. Can I plug a -7? No. So this gets thrown away. Now, let's practice doing some squaring of binomials in our heads. What is that going to be? X squared plus 2 copies of 3x. So plus 6x plus 9. Okay, what about x minus 9 squared? X squared minus 18x plus 81. Do you see the pattern? So this is that number doubled. And this is that number squared. But what if I put a leading coefficient in? Let's do minus. So the first one is going to be 9x squared. And the last one is going to be plus 4. What's the middle one going to be? It's going to be this times 2. Right? We're going to get 2 copies of -6x. So this gives me -6x, and this also gives me -6x. So minus 12x. That'll come in handy if you know how to do that in your head. Okay, let's do another one of these. So we square both sides. What is the left side? X squared minus 10x plus 25 equals 46 minus 6x. So subtract 46 and add 6x. X squared minus 4x, 21. Negative 21, thank you. So that is x minus 7 and x plus 3. So x equals 7 and -3. Are those okay? 7's fine. -3 is not. What if they both don't work? It's no solution. Yep. Okay. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. All right. What is the 1/3 power? It's really just the third root. So all we have to do here is subtract 4, and I get 4, raise it to the third, and I get 64, subtract 10, and I get 54, divide by 9, and I get 6. Okay. Do I have to worry about the 6 working? No, it's a third root. Okay, this is the hard one. Do you remember when I had the square root equaled a square root? So let's say I had 2x minus 4 and 3x plus 1. How do I solve that? Just square both sides, and now it just becomes a really simple algebra problem. Okay? This one is a little more complicated, a lot more complicated. Here we have 2 square roots, but there's also a constant in there. We're going to have to square twice, and it's going to be a long, terrible, slow, and painful situation. Okay? So the right side is easy. W plus 32. What about the left side? Can you do that in your head? 4 plus this plus this. So I have 2 times W, which is, or root W, 2 root W. That's this one. What about this one? It's also 2 root W. So that becomes 4 root W. Okay? Yes? And then what's the last one? Root W times root W, which is just W. We'll do several of these until you get used to it. So I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to move this over. So I get 4 root W equals, so we subtract W, that goes away. We subtract 4, and that turns into 28. And then I'll divide by 4, and I get root W equals 7. Now we have to square again. This one actually wasn't very bad. So square both sides. W equals 49. So let's go back here. Is that going to be okay? Yes. So I know this is a non-negative number, and I know this is a non-negative number. So can 2 plus a non-negative number equal a non-negative number? Yeah, we're fine. Okay. See if we can find a harder one. Maybe they don't have the really hard ones. Okay. Square both sides. The right side is v minus 48, and the left side is 64 minus, can you do that in your head? We get 2 copies of negative 8 root v. Boy. Broke it. Ugh. There we go. So this is negative 16 root v times v. Okay, so we subtract v, subtract 64. Negative 16 root v equals, what is that? 112? Negative 112. Divide by negative 16 root v equals 7. So v equals 49, and then we double check. Is that going to be okay? Well, if I plug 49 in there, what is the left side? 1. 8 minus 7. Can a square root equal positive 1? Yes. So that's good. Okay, let's do one more of those. Nope. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Is that the same problem? Okay. Square both sides. So 9 plus 6 root u equals, nope, plus u equals u plus 39. So we subtract 9 and subtract u. 6 root u equals 30. Divide by 6. Root u equals 5. So u is 25. We go back up. If I plug 25 in there, am I okay? Yeah. So that's it. Get to work.